Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
Hi, Michael.
Ooh, and today we are on a Thursday, so it's a little weird. But
It's
uh,
weird.
we are going to be talking about our top 10 games that we learned in April.
That's right.
I'm excited. I learned some
Yeah,
good ones.
it wasn't a bad month. It was a pretty good month. It wasn't the best month ever, but I mean, how many months are the best month ever? I mean,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
but there are some really good games here. Some of which you have already played before. So,
Yes, yes. And I had forgot that you learned them in this month, so that's
that's
exciting.
right. Yeah. So, gonna be some games that you might have rated maybe a couple months ago.
Okay.
It wasn't last month because I looked. So
All right. Well, jumping right in, I guess.
let's
You're number
do it.
10.
My number 10. Oh, let me find my chat here. My number 10 is Moonrakers.
Ooh, Moonrakers.
Yeah, so this is a sci-fi deck building game that oh look, you've got the cool little picture down here. Look at that. That's
Trying
really good.
trying
Are you
something
gonna leave
new.
that up and then have yours on your side?
Yeah.
What?
I was
That's so
I was
good.
going to.
This
I was gonna see.
gonna see if you can do it. So I like what this game is trying to do with you've got your ship upgrades and everything uh, in order to generate points, and you're going to draw some cards, and based on what you draw, maybe you can defeat some of the missions out there or do some of the missions. But the core of the game uh, tends to be uh, can you either do these missions on your own or must you negotiate with somebody else? Well, that's the one thing that doesn't quite work with two players. Now, I see what it wants to do, and I think it would be better with three or four players. So I think that would be the sweet spot. There is a dummy player, or as you say, the name is Dumas, um, player when we play with two players. Um, so there is a way to make it work. It doesn't shine at two. I think it'll be a lot better with three or four. So
Well, yeah, there's negotiation and stuff. Or you could just try and do it all yourself if you have a good enough deck. Because it is a deck
that's right.
builder. You are building up
That's
a
right.
deck to do contracts. So,
Or maybe you have a card, you can try to play a card that will generate you two more cards, which might actually get you over the top, but sometimes you don't know.
yeah.
So, and then you can say to somebody else, all right, I'm planning on going after this mission. I will give you some of the victory points, some of the coins, or whatever you can decide. Um, and each mission has a number of danger dice that must be rolled.
Yeah.
And you might be able to roll the danger dice and block the damage,
Yeah.
or that might be something that you negotiate with one or more other players so that they will accept the damage. So um, you roll the damage die, and if it comes up with some damage symbols, then that will take away from victory points that you will get in the mission. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean it's pretty interesting. Again, I would want to play it with more people to see if I
yeah,
like it
agreed.
more.
So yeah, had we played it with more people, it might have ended up higher on my list. So that's my
Scott,
number 10.
that was number 10. Scott was saying so Steph has insider information. While I don't, I do, but I don't. I don't know his
You,
order. I had got
you
like a
don't know
list
the
of like
order.
12.
You know 12 games that I was going to put on the list,
That's right.
and some of them did not make the list because I was like, okay, here I haven't narrowed it down, but here's 12.
Yeah.
So, and it ended up being 13
Wow.
because
Okay. An
yeah,
extra one.
yeah. Well, because you reminded me that we played another certain game. Oh no, it was 11 and then it increased to 12. That's right. So
Yeah.
yeah, there were 12 games. So two of them barely missed the list.
Yeah.
So
All right. So my number 10 is Unmatched Cobble and Fog.
hey, that was one of the ones that barely missed my list. So spoiler alert,
Okay.
we need to we will both need to talk about it at some point. Oh, look, there's your game over there on the side.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, so this is a neat like card management battle type game where you're trying to knock the other person's health points down to 0 so you can win. And so you're trying to manipulate the cards in your hand to take actions and um, take out the other person. Now, what's cool about Cobble and Fog is that it has a lot of great characters, including my favorite, Jekyll and Hyde. So the theme really hits home. I really like the characters in this pack. So if you're looking to get into Unmatched, I would just go for the theme that you like the best because they all kind of give you the same feeling. But each character, the way that you use them, fits, their characteristics and how they, do things. So,
Right. So with Jekyll and Hyde, you're only playing Jekyll cards or Hyde cards based
right.
on which of your personalities is dominant at the time.
Yes.
Dracula will have the what do you call it?
Sister vampires?
The three maidens who will follow him around, and you can send them off to do your bidding as Dracula, and even bring more of them in if for some reason those get taken out.
Yeah.
You've got the Invisible Man and what's
Sherlock?
Sherlock Holmes. That's right. I remember now.
So we've only played with. I played Jekyll and Hyde, and you played Dracula. We haven't played with Sherlock or Invisible Man, but I definitely want to. I think this is a really interesting series that they have here. So.
Yep. So it's grown on me the more I play these games. I think when I played the base game, I was like, yeah, this is okay, but I don't need to keep it. Then I played Cobble and Fog, and it was like, yeah, I think this might have some legs. And then with Little Red and Beowulf, which we also played, which ultimately I sort of lumped those together as the same game. Just different expansion characters, in my opinion. However, they are all standalone, so you only need one set in order to play with 2 players. You would need a set like Cobble and Fog to play with 4 players, or you would need 2 of the smaller sets combined together. I think I like the way that they do all of the different cards and abilities in the decks. And so I think that they find a way to make it a little bit different with the same sort of mechanics. I think in a way similar to how Villainous does things with Villainous's abilities and differences between each character. So
yeah, I think it's a really cool world, and just keep them coming.
Right. You didn't like Little Red's abilities as much.
No, that was not. I didn't like Little Red so much. So that one was not my favorite. I definitely prefer the base game and Cobble and Fog to the Little Red pack.
Yeah, if I can find the base game at a good price again at one of our upcoming cons, then I might just pick up the base game again. So give it another.
It won't be lovely painted by Rob, but yeah.
That is true. And it's when you can get a lot of money for a nice painted set, then and all the rest of them won't be painted, then I don't know, maybe it's a fine trade. Go ahead and sell the painted set and then get a cheapie from somebody that doesn't love and appreciate it so much. So
yeah, I don't need a painted set, but it was nice.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even put on there that was Steph's number 10. I just put the link in there. I should probably go ahead and put in the whole thing.
There you go.
Steph's number 10, just like that.
All right. Well, that was my number 10.
My number 9.
Yeah.
Hey, how about Mandala Stones? An abstract makes my top 10 list.
That is shocking. I'm not going to lie. That is shocking.
Yep. So, I guess Rainer might be happy to hear that it did make my top 10. Like some of the things that is going on in Mandala Stones, with how you take the different pieces and strategically place them on your board, and then when exactly do you need to score. So I think that you could easily add expansions to Mandala Stones to make it even better. Maybe you could have different board layouts.
Hmm.
You could add a third different type of piece, especially if you change the board around to have more connections, like maybe hex shaped connections instead of grid shaped. I think that might be something worth considering.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that I like the most is each of those stacks will score differently. You know, one based on color, one based on number, one based from low to high, one from high to low, one good in the middle, and I think that it really works for me. So
Yeah. I agree. I think it's a solid abstract game. And
and
it's
you have played it already, so it's not going to make your list because you had played it months ago.
months ago. Yeah, on one of the Tabletopia, I believe.
Board Game Blitz
Oh,
is rating
we got a raid. Where's my little rainbow friend?
small friend approves.
Michael stole him, and now I don't know where he is. Sad. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. Hopefully, you guys were having fun over on Board Game Blitz's site. Crystal
right.
or Ambi or both. Maybe both. Oh, I see Ambi in the chat. Mm.
Ambi's there, yeah. Hi,
Yay!
Ambi.
You made the cat
Oh yeah.
dance.
Um,
Yay!
so yeah, you caught the top 10 fairly
Wade!
early. Hey, Panic. Oh, the board game workout challenge.
Oh yeah, I heard
cool.
about that. I heard about that. That
Cool.
sounds fun.
I've not looked at it. So, you're shaking your laptop.
Sorry. I was excited. I was looking for my rainbow friend and I can't find him. It's
Where's
really
your
sad.
rainbow?
It's probably behind my computer. I can't get it because it's far away. Yeah, they brought 9 people for the number 9 in the top 10 because we're on
That's
our number
right.
9.
Why am I fuzzy? I'm looking at my face. I am so fuzzy. My
Well,
camera is better than this.
It is. Yeah. It's,
Why am I fuzzy?
try resetting
Check
it.
the floor for a booger.
I did. I checked the floor for Booger, and I don't see him. Sad. Imagine I'm holding him. Yay!
So, I don't have anything to add for your number 9.
Are you a
So,
cat?
I am not a cat. Small friend is a cat.
Oh.
So, yeah, we can't see him say hi.
I know. I
because
put him above it now.
the-
Sorry. He said hi to you, John. All right. Thanks,
All
Ambi,
right.
for the raid and hanging out with us.
Yep.
So we're moving on to my number 10.
You're number 9.
My number 9.
That's right.
That's
Just like
right.
you said.
Just like I said.
Yeah.
My number 9 is, you can't read it because there's no words on the cover, but it is Conspiracy Abyss Universe. So there's another game called Conspiracy. I don't think I've played it. But this Conspiracy is actually set in the Abyss world. I don't know if you've played Abyss, Michael. Have you?
I have not.
Oh, Abyss is wonderful.
I know that there are lots of different box covers. I know that.
Yes, that's the one. It's underwater. You're a set collection. So they take like Abyss and turn it into like a 15-minute card tableau drafting game, and it's wonderful. I think it's great. I think it's a great filler. I like this. I like lists of new games. All games. Yeah, these are the games that we learned in April. So I'm on my number 9 favorite game that I learned in April. And Conspiracy Abyss Universe basically is very simple. You're going to pick cards from a deck. You can pick 1, 2, or 3, which is kind of like Abyss in many ways. And you're going to take one of those cards, put it into your tableau. You're creating a line of 5, then a 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a pyramid thing that you're creating. And you're trying to get every color if you can, but you want a big group of colors to score extra. All the lords will score points, and sometimes they have keys, which is much like Abyss. You're collecting keys, so you can get locations, unlock locations, which will help you score extra bonus points. And then there's a small majority for pearls, pearls is another feature in Abyss as well. So I like that they take all these things that you know and love from Abyss and kind of put it into this like filler little drafting game. So it works really well for me, and it's really fast and beautiful on Board Game Arena. So if you wanted to check that out, it is on Board Game Arena to try.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It looks like there are a few copies in the geek market. One of them says, "Oh, I thought that was one for $5, but no, it's for a postcard promo."
Oh,
That
well,
might be why there's several of them sold for $5 because it's
that makes
not
sense.
quite.
That's the promo.
So yeah, and so a quick note: this is not just all the games you played. This is just the new games that you played, and these are not necessarily games that came out in April. They could have been games from 1980 because you've had some really old ones in your new to me list before.
Yeah, I think
No,
actually in my April new to me list, which spoiler is not on this top 10, but we played Rook. That was the first
you
time I
mean
played.
March? Oh no, it is in your April new to me list.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's April.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Rook,
So
so that's obviously old.
old.
and and no, Rotundo is this month, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
my parents would go to friends' houses and play Rook all night, and me and my brothers and sister and everyone would hang out with their kids, and we'd all run around downstairs and end up usually crashing out somewhere in the house. And so, yeah, Rook is a super, super old game.
yeah, for sure. I don't know. You could try resetting your camera again, seeing if that helps. But
I doubt it's going to help because it's just, I'm just going to be fuzzy. So click,
you're just gonna be fuzzy
click.
forever, forever
I'm going to
fuzzy.
be.
It's a little better. Yeah,
Oh, it is better. How did that happen? It's weird.
I don't know.
So we've been trying different things to make this work better. Um, we've tried what did you try last month?
We tried SteamYard. That didn't work very well.
And this time we're just trying to use Skype along with OBS. And
Seems
I
to
don't
be
know why
okay.
Skype did not hold my settings for some reason, so it's good now. For now. My number 8 is Age of Galaxy.
Age?
So
Ooh, nice.
this one is not yet on Kickstarter, but it's coming soon.
Yes, I
So
don't have a date yet. So, but they
we've
said
been
it was
asking
sometime May. So
sometime May.
yeah. Oh, I guess he's hiding behind small friend now.
The box can be behind small friend. That's fine.
That's fine. You can still read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Michael's audio goes on and off. It depends on if Skype is caught up or not. It's really weird. I don't
my
know.
audio is off. Is it still off?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
it's
that it's
not
off.
synced.
It's not in sync with your mouth. It's just all sorts of problems, and it can't ever. It's probably my computer, which is why I need a new computer.
You know what? We're gonna get this fixed because we have the new computer ordered,
So
and
hopefully it'll all be
as you
like perfect.
yeah, and as you can see, every bit helps.
Every bit helps.
Every bit helps.
That's
Which
right.
side did? Yeah, I pointed the right direction, so that's good.
There you go.
Yeah, down there, every bit helps.
That's right.
So 20% of the way of getting it funded, but we didn't want it to go out of stock again because she already missed out on a $200 sale. Thanks for following.
Hey, thanks for following. Yay, John.
So, no, I think I recognize his username from BGG.
Oh, okay.
So
You're on
yeah.
BGG, John? Scott Pizzio. Thank you for the biddies. 10 biddies. Yes.
So yeah,
If I had my
every
friend.
bit helps. So yeah. So Age of Galaxy, they sent us a prototype. Oh, you're gonna find it.
He was behind my computer.
There he is.
Don't knock
Yo.
the table.
Yeah, it's like
Hey,
wiggling
Duchess.
like crazy.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Duchess.
Yay.
Yes, Chris Farrajon.
Chris Farrajon. All right, sorry, I was calling you John.
I think
Chris.
I've seen him on BGG. So yeah. So
Farrajon, last name. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now it's making sense. I just saw John. I'm like, I'll call you John.
no. No, that's why I was gonna bring it up because I thought it was Chris. So I just want to make sure.
Age of Galaxy. Okay, tell us about it, Michael.
Age of Galaxy. So you guys sent this small box
It's
prototype.
tiny. It's like as
with
big as the thing on the screen. It's like
yeah.
if you were to put your hands up like that, it'd be like that big.
So the ships are 3D printed, though I assume that they will be, professionally done. But they did a really good job with getting all the detail on this. But it's basically where, you'll see if I can remember, because it has been a little while. Um, we have tried Discord as video chat. Matter of fact, that's my preferred platform. Her computer
Can't handle it.
will not handle it, so we'll probably switch to Discord next time, because I can guarantee her new computer will handle it. So, um, so
Thanks for the bitty, Scott. Yay! We're on number 8.
we are on number 8.
So many bits. All the bits.
So there's like 5 different ideologies where some people are going to be good with producing ships. Like, weren't you the ship culture, and you just threw ships out there everywhere trying to?
Well, so it just happened because you only get to play so many cards in this game. That's, I think, the brilliance of this game, because the cards, every card that you have, you're like, I want to play this, I want to play this, I want to play this, but you can only play 3. You can play 3 of them for their powers. I was trying to get all the technology. Oh my god, thank you,
Wow.
Chris. Wow.
Thanks for subscribing.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
And now he has access to all of the cute. Where's the board gamer Steph emotes? Tick, 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 tick.
Wow, and we got a hype train going. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Thank you. Woo-hoo.
Oh, you know what that means? I've got to put in my 100 bits.
100 bitties.
I think I'm going to put into pup emote.
Aw. Hey, Dr. Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Panic.
Boom.
What is that? Hype, hype, hype.
Hype,
That's
hype.
a cute hype emote. I love it. Just because I can. That's right. So very wrong about games. Just because you can. You tell us.
But all of this is stored in this little tiny box, and you've got all the little cubes on there, and you're trying to put, to maneuver the cubes around in order to collect all of the victory points and exploration points. And ultimately, I think I just explored a little bit farther than you did on this map. And I ended up taking things that exploring planets before you could get to them, and it mostly frustrated you, but you did have a huge
No, I wasn't
fleet.
Going for planets, but because you were
No, but you had a huge fleet, and then you were wanting to take the freebies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wanted.
But there are a lot of different paths to victory, and I think that's
in a very fast, like, Civ space game. It's like super fast. It's like 45 minutes.
And there's you don't have the Leroy Jenkins on.
I do.
Oh, no,
I heard it.
I've got it muted.
Leroy.
Oh yeah.
Jenkins. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I might have something more to say about that in a second. So we'll come back to that.
You might. It's possible.
I will.
So you're number 8.
Shrey.
Wow.
Shrey,
Kaboom.
thank you. Gifted sub to
all of the
So Very
gift
Wrong
subs.
About Games. That's awesome. And Panic. Nice. And Ollie Cat. Thank you, Shrey. All those great people.
Absolutely.
Yay. And it's funny because Chris was like, I don't understand Twitch currency. And I don't even know if I understand Twitch currency yet. But
so the awesome channel points is just for staying on the channel, obviously. Bits are a way that you can contribute directly to your favorite streamer. And actually, don't you get more money from bits than you do from subscriptions, like as a percentage basis?
So subscriptions, while you can unlock the awesome emotes, which you can now use all the rainbows you want, it will give 50% of that about-ish to the streamer, and the bits is basically like 99% or something, like, so
It's something super high, 85-90%.
It's higher than 80%. I know that much. Like, basically 100 bits is $1 to us. So
yep.
That's really awesome that you guys are all so generous. I love it.
And
Thank you. It helps, believe me.
if you donate at least 100 bits or a subscription during the hype train, you will unlock a permanent what they call a hype
Hype
train
train
emote.
Yes.
And then that stays with you forever.
Forever. All the emotes.
I've gotten all of these emotes. Let's see if I can get these all put on there. I have 19 of them. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, including the Corsi Booger.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the purple one. So yeah, bits is a much smaller transaction, yeah. But the subscription, I think it's really meaningful because then you get access to all of our cool emotes and things like that. So, yep. Teach the 47-year-old.
Well, no, it's good. It's good to say what it does because it does help us. In the
the 51-year-old had to learn how to use it too. So
that's right.
No judgment at all.
No, it's good. We really appreciate the subscription.
Plus, we're sort of casual about our top 10 stream. I mean,
yeah,
it's all of this is interactions with you guys.
I mean, we have a hype train going on, so that's pretty important.
That is important.
So that's really cool for us.
So I've got your number 8 ready to go.
Oh, okay. My number 8 is a card game called Scout.
And I've never played it, so
no.
I can't.
So this is
a
Japanese game. It came out in 2019. All my friends in Massachusetts were playing it. I'm like, I can't play it. So they all played it, and then everybody went into lockdown. So then kind of didn't get seen again. But it did just recently show up in almost like a bootleg copy, I guess, on TTS, so we could try it out. So I got to check it out. If you're familiar with Crass Carry Art, it kind of works in a similar way, where you have a hand of cards. You can't rearrange those cards, and you're trying to get rid of your hand by playing, sets or runs or just high numbers or whatever. And the next person's trying to beat you. And if they can't, they're gonna what this game does is you scout. So scouting will take one of those cards into their hand, and then the next person will try and then beat the trick that's still on the table. And you're just trying to beat these tricks and take the tricks to get points. But the thing about these cards is that there are 2 numbers on each card, and at the beginning of the hand, you can use the cards the way that they are dealt to you, or you can turn the whole hand upside down and have a whole 9 of new cards without rearranging them still. And so you have to decide which way you want to play the hand.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's interesting. It's an interesting little card game. Glad I could try it out.
So yeah, maybe I should play that. So,
Even Shrey was like, I don't really like climbing games, but I do enjoy Scout. So that's saying something. He really doesn't like climbing games. And I just go, shake my head.
Last few seconds of the hype train, definitely going to hit a level 2 hype train completion. So that's good.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All the subs, sure. Thank you. Scott and Michael.
So how about a tableau builder for number 7?
Oh, okay. Number 7. I don't know where
Aldabus, Doors of Cartagena.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, guess what your number 7 is?
Hey, I know something. Hey,
you might know some things.
My number 7 is Aldabus. I like what you did there.
Oh, look, I got this dude.
Nice.
And since I'm on my computer, I can actually share it so I know which one I get. When I'm on my phone, I never know which emote I get. I have to look at all of them and go, where's the new one? And there it is. New one? So there's the new one. Aldabus, a tableau builder. What?
I have them both.
Oh, you have those already?
Oh, I have all the hype train emotes.
You have all
I
of them.
I put the Aldabus.
Oh, you put it on both sides.
Number 7.
I see. So yeah, I like big knockers, and I cannot lie.
That's what this is. This game is about door handle knockers.
So yeah, it's like there's a whole backstory that goes with this about how in Cartagena, they've got the big, huge knockers on the front doors where you like
Oh
bang on the
my.
door in order to, oh my, where uh, you'll get the residents' attention, and the knocker um, it illustrates what that person does in society, whether it's a noble or a craftsman or whatever. You're going to have your own style of door knocker on your door. And so in Aldabus, you're trying to collect majorities in various types of knockers, and with how you're going to place these in the tableau, you've got to follow all the rules of you can't place similar colored doors next to each other. And there's only three colors: blue, yellow, and red. So if you have a blue door and a yellow door, you can only fit a red door in the little space connecting them. So, and you have to make sure, to plan ahead. You can never really shut yourself out due to the placement rules on the tableau, but you can really make it difficult where only one color is going to work in a location. So,
Yeah, they do look like some fierce knockers. And they are. I feel like you're gonna like go up to like a really like dark and gloomy castle and find like these big like lion like Aldous knocker things. Like okay, but
so
yeah.
the cool thing about this game is when you place a card, you can activate the power on the card,
Oh yeah.
and you can activate the power on the neighbor cards. So that could end up getting you a lot of extra bonuses. It might draw cards into your hand. It might let you get free cards from the market. It might let you put influence uh, tokens on the door knockers, on the actual doors, which will increase your majorities in those types. You can also place underneath the foundation cards underneath the foundation, which are going to be hidden from your opponent. And when those are revealed, you might find out, oh, maybe I don't have as many craftsmen as I thought, and then you will not get the end of game bonus. So,
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a nice little quick card game. It feels different while having familiar mechanics. It's there's nothing like outstanding about the game, but it's a good game and I enjoyed playing it the few times I have. So,
totally solid. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they sent an update minimalizing some of the iconography at the tops of cards to make them look cleaner. That's really
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I think that did that go on Kickstarter? Like it launched and then it relaunched. So I think it's like back on Kickstarter. So I think it's like on Kickstarter now.
Chris said it's an anagram for a sad lab.
Aw. Yes, sad kitty. There you go.
Sad kitty. Poor small Fred.
Yeah. Well, I like it. So that will be one to look for in the future or on Kickstarter now. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. My number 6, since that was both of our number 7s. My number 6 is Fantastic Beasts: Perilous Pursuit. Now,
Ah.
I have not seen any of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
I think
So
you got to
I
fix
didn't.
that this weekend.
So I didn't have any tie to the theme, though I know it's in the Harry Potter universe, which is fantastic. And so, yeah, um, it's cooperative dice rolling, and so obviously I like cooperative games and love dice rolling games. And so basically, it's a challenge to try to capture several of the monsters to go back into Finn's suitcase. And if you can do that to a level 1, a level 2, and 3 level 3 creatures, then you can win the game. If that's too easy for you, you can set up different difficulty levels by adding more monsters to be captured by the suitcase. So, yep.
Yeah, this one just missed my list. But after playing it a few times, I really like it. So maybe it should have been a little bit higher. But I really like the theme. Obviously, the Wizarding World is awesome. I love the movies. I'm not sure how much replayability there is, but I'd be happy to play it whenever requested, every once in a while. It's not like hitting the table every weekend, but it's a good game.
Well, I think that it's probably ripe for expansions too,
Oh yeah, but what
because
are the odds that they're gonna have expansions unless they keep doing movies? In which case, maybe.
see you, Chris. Have a good one. Come back
Bye,
and lurk
Chris.
again sometime. Yep, absolutely. Well, each of the characters has their own strength. So some of them are good at collecting more cards. Some of them are good at capturing monsters. Some of them are good at being able to distract. Some are good at being able to block attacks. And so I think that it's different playing each of the major characters. So whether it's Finn or Tina or Queenie or
Newt.
what's the last guy's name?
Newt.
Newt.
The main guy.
No, I thought it was Finn.
Newt.
Is Newt. Is Newt. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. But what's the last guy's name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember his name. Anyway, it's a whole lot of fun. So recommend checking it out. From is that from the op? Who's that by?
Remember, we couldn't find the name because they didn't.
Yeah,
have it
the name
anywhere.
is not anywhere on
the
there,
box.
and it says USAopoly and like somewhere in like the backside of something. No, not that Finn. I know that Finn. Yeah, Newt, Tina, Jacob, and Queenie.
Jacob.
There it is.
Okay.
So, oh wow, there is a copy in the Geek Market for $10. 2 copies in the Geek Market for $10.
It's pretty cheap.
That's like real cheap.
I think we got it used for about that or less, maybe $5. I don't know, but we got it in a good deal.
We got it in a big bundle deal. Yeah. He forgot the muggle. Isn't that the way? So yeah, that's my number 6.
All right, nice.
Your number 6.
My number 6 is actually Age of Galaxy. We just talked about it.
We talked about it.
I really like the use of cards, as I already had mentioned. I think it does a really good job of, at the beginning of the game, you could pitch some cards to get replacement cards, but in any way, you're still only playing 3 cards. So these are all the cards that you're going to see. Hopefully you got what you wanted, but I love that, it's hard choices because they're all really great. But what's also good about the cards is that you can throw them away as one-time uses to get, like, a small bonus. So they're not going to waste. You just have to pick and choose how you want to use them. What text you want to upgrade. What planets you want to try and, explore and settle. And I don't know. I think it's a really nice game. I wasn't a big fan of Age of Civilization, but you can kind of see the similarities between the two games. I definitely prefer Age of Galaxy to Age of Civilization. So
same size box.
The same size box. If you liked Age of Civilization, I would definitely check this one out as well.
Absolutely.
That's it.
My number 5. I think this one barely missed your list as well.
Oh, okay.
Chai Tea for 2. We played this on the stream yesterday.
Nice.
So you might actually have been surprised by this rating because I did not like a lot of what was in the rule book and the way that it was laid out. But we talked to Dan and we said, hey, this is missing. This needs context. This rule is missing. This iconography is hard to understand. Or is not consistent, and he took it all on board, was really nice about it, and
he's really cool.
But it's a 2-player exclusive game. Technically it can be played solo as well, but so 1 or 2 players. But you're gonna grow tea leaves and then push them forward on your plantation board and then load them onto ships and send them away. But in order to do that, you've either got to get cards to push those tea leaves forward or spend some push actions to push them along the track. And that costs valuable dice to do all that. So
yes.
Scott says the deluxe components are awesome. The add-on dice trays are a great deal. Those add-on dice trays,
I love
2
them.
for $20, and they're the perfect size. They fit right in the box, and it's not
Not
a big
that I don't
full
think we're
size
gonna keep
box.
them
It's
in the
an
box though. So
yeah,
we
because
like them too much.
we like them too much to keep them in the box. So especially since I play blue and you play red, and the colors are
Blue
sort
and
of
red.
off blue and off red. So yeah, definitely going to keep those out of the box.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I agree. I think the added quality and the resources and everything, it's probably worth getting the deluxe. That's on Kickstarter as well right now. So I'm
Ooh,
glad we
let me
got
get
to
that
show it
link.
off. It just went on Kickstarter like this week, so it's gonna be till the beginning of June.
And it has already funded.
Yes.
So and they launched it on May the 4th, which was the Baby Yoda sipping the cup of tea day.
Yeah.
Until I think he said July 5th. So
Yeah.
and there it is.
That's Kickstarter. Nice.
29 days to go. It's already at 48,000, almost 49,000 pledged of a 20,000 goal. So 29 days to go. So plenty of time to get in, but you don't want to wait. You want to just go ahead and get it while you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, so if you played Chai, it's not really anything like Chai. Chai
right.
is a set collection type game, card game. This is a 2-player dice worker placement game. So just so you know, they're not really the same. They are set in the same universe, but it's not this. You're not going to get a similar feeling of gameplay at all. But I like
Look
both.
into the videos. See if they put us on here.
I haven't sent him the link, but he might have saw it come up on
more videos upcoming. So
DGG,
yeah,
so
send it to him.
I will. The universe of tea. Well, it is Steeped Games, so now they're the name of their company makes sense.
So we were watching The Circle season 2, and there's a guy on there. His name is Courtney, and he runs I think he runs a blog where he like spills the tea on a lot of celebrities and whatever. So
yeah.
Oh, I need a mustache like the guy on his merchant card. So Courtney was wearing a shirt with it had a tea bag that's about to be put in some water to become tea, and it says it's the little picture of water is saying this is a T-shirt. It's such a dad joke, and so Julie's like, "OMG, the tea bag, yes." You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt. Nice.
So yeah.
It's true. It's funny.
Julie knows what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
So yeah, she enjoyed the circle with us.
Yes.
I have a mug that my husband drew on and it says QT.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cute.
All right, so
my
number 5.
5. Hey, is Mini Golf Designer.
Yeah, I like Mini Golf Designer.
It's so good. I love the theme. I love placing the tiles down, drafting tiles, placing them down to create your own mini golf course. It's so good.
I've always wanted my own mini golf course. So.
Yes, that would be great, but alas, we could just design them in this game. I think it works really well. There's like 1 billion tiles because it plays up to 6 players. I think it will work really well with the bigger player count. 2 was fine. 2 was good. But I think it will be also
even
interesting
better
with more people because you'll see more tiles, and then you have to really kind of decide on the turn order. It gets more important.
Matter of fact, I think with 2 players you put out 3 tiles, and I think with 3 players you put out 3 tiles. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think
maybe.
I think I'm remembering that correctly. So I think that lends even better interactions.
Yeah, because you have to be
this.
cautious of where you need to draft tiles so you can get what you want for the
exactly, because you don't want to draft junk.
Right.
So
that's right. Definitely no. Or you could sit on the bench, I guess. You might be more more likely
And
to
see,
sit on the bench.
that gives much more incentive to sit on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that this might work even better with 3 players. So I love drafting games. You love drafting games.
Yes.
I love tile placement. You love tile placement.
This is a great
You
game.
rated it number 5. I didn't rate it number 5, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
Maybe.
Well, it's
So,
really great. We'll probably come back to this in a half second. Okay.
and
A
you
minute.
don't know.
A minute.
In a minute.
All right. What is your number 4?
My number 4 is Merchants of Magic, a set a watch
Oh.
tale.
Ooh. This
So-
may or may not be higher on my list.
Oh, another spoiler alert, maybe.
Well, we're getting to the
Merchants-
games we really, really enjoyed, both of us.
So Merchants of Magic is, and this is one of the few roll and writes that I actually got to play in the same month as you got to play it. That doesn't usually happen because you are all over the roll and writes
I do
faster
like
than
roll
I
and
can
writes.
get to them. So, in Merchants of Magic, you are basically running a magic shop, and you are trying to craft items for the customers that are currently in your shop, and those customers will rotate amongst everyone at the table, so you'll only have certain customers in your store at a time. And so you either have to complete those orders quick, or you have to keep looking ahead at your rightmost neighbor to find out, hey, am I going to get that customer that's in Steph's shop, or is she going to actually be able to fulfill it? And you're sort of looking over to see. So you're going to roll 4 different polyhedral dice, a D6, a D8, a D10, and a D12. And you can use 2 of those 4 dice. On like one side of your shop, you need dice that are bigger than a certain number, and on one side of the shop, you need dice that are smaller than a certain number. And so you'll be able to create items like a sword of the elves or a fiery sword of the elves. So if you can already make swords and you can already make things of the elves, all you need to do is add fiery and boom, you've made that item. So you've also got a special client who comes in and wants you to create a set of items for them, and that will give you additional bonuses. So it checks most every roll and write box for me. It doesn't have a lot of cool combo-tastic stuff, but I don't think this one needs it. I think this is more on how do you manipulate your dice and which choices you make in order to maximize what your shop can produce.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's like building a character, but it's building a shop. And,
exactly.
And leveling up your shop to get these cool, like, oh, what do you know? What connections do you have now? Oh, you know the dragons? Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I can make, if she doesn't make that of the dragons piece of equipment, I'm going to get the grimoire of the dragons or the whatever, So I think that really does work. And that's where the combos come from. The combos don't come from which connections you can make all over your sheet. It's more in which items can I create that are coming around the board. So.
Right. It's really great. I'll probably talk about it in a minute.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Meh. Your number 4, I have not played before.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It will be a new to me at some point in time.
Yes. It's called Trek 12. Yes. And this. No, I put that back. Okay. So Trek 12, it just showed up on Board Game Arena. It's in alpha mode, and because I have the alpha status, I was able to invite Shrey and Derek and Dan to a game of Trek 12, and we learned it on the spot. And this is a roll and write game, and it's awesome. It's probably my favorite Bruno Cathala game, so that's pretty good. So in the roll and write, you're gonna roll 2 dice, and you're going to use the 2 dice. The 2 d6s. I think they're different values though. It's like a 0 through 6, and maybe a 1 through 6, a 0 through 5, and a 1 through 6. Maybe I don't really know the values, but you're gonna roll a dice, and then everybody is gonna use the combo of the die by using the higher value die, the lower value die. the difference, either positive, negative, or addition and multiplication, and so you're gonna use these dice in some way, but you can only use them in each way up to 4 times. So you have to be careful that not to use all the lower die value, and then you won't have that option anymore. So you're kind of using these values to fill in the map, so you can get long connections of like 0 through 9. If you can make a line, a connection, you're drawing these little lines to connect them. Or groups of the same number will also score you points. So you're trying to get these points. It kind of gave me a feeling like Rolling Japan in a way, but this has a lot more going on. But you have to place adjacent to a space. Generally, you want to place so you can do higher or lower by 1, so you can make those connections, or the same group, so you can make a big group of the same number. So it kind of gave me that feeling. But if you're playing, there's different ways to play the game. If you play in like expedition mode, you're gonna be able to go through different levels, and there's tons of maps already. And if you make a group of lower numbers, it's not usually beneficial to make a group of lower numbers. So you're gonna get these like assistant cards, which will help you do other things. And so there's a lot of really cool things going on in this roll and write. I really, really enjoyed it. 5 Tribes, King and Queen Domino are Cathala. Those are all Cathala games, yeah. I really like 5 Tribes, actually. So I don't know, maybe 5 Tribes is still a favorite, but I really like Roll and Write, so maybe Trek 12 is my favorite. But yeah, I really like this game. I think it's interesting, and hopefully it will get a US release at some point. At least we could play it on Board Game Arena, so that's good.
And it seems like one that I would probably want to play.
Yes.
So we're talking about alpha status in the chat.
Oh, okay. So, I'm like, there's lots of chat going on. Yeah, alpha status is great.
So you have to play 50 unique games and 750 total games.
Oh yeah, that changed recently.
I've put what I think is the link in order to get to the reviewer or alpha. Alpha
but what's
status
interesting
link.
that we learned is that if I invite you as an alpha member to play Trek 12, that I think you can then go and invite other people who have also played it. So like you've been opened up to that reviewer category.
For that one game?
Yeah, but you can only play with other people who have also been opened up to that category.
There are a lot of games in alpha. Dice Hospital.
There's a lot of games in alpha mode right now.
Castle of Burgundy, El Grande, Bang, Ispahan, Magic Maze, Ginkopolis, your favorite.
Brogo Bros.
Seven Wonders Duel, Go Nuts for Donuts, Viticulture, Bonanza, Onitama, Dice Forge. Try to hit the heavy hitters here. Castle of Burgundy. I said that one.
Okay, yeah.
For those of you who check the tape. Chicago Express. Ooh, Texas Hold'em. Wow.
Yeah, I saw Hold'em the other day, yeah.
Watergate, which we've played. There's Trek 12. Manhattan, Eminent Domain Microcosm, Champions of Midgard. I'm halfway down the list now. Scroll.
Sign up as a developer, and there's even more. Yeah, but I don't want to get into that territory because I'm not a developer, and yeah.
But most of it doesn't work either.
I was gonna say.
Oh, New Frontiers is on there. That's a game that is on our unplayed shelf that we need to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to do that really soon.
So yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was my number 4. So you're number 3.
My number 3 is Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, hey.
And guess what?
It's time to put. That's my number 3.
It's time to put them up on both sides.
Oh gosh.
Let's put up the wall of Hadrian's Wall.
Let's gonna put up the wall.
The wall.
There's one. Bada bing. Bada boom.
Bada boom. There's my wall.
All right. This game, obviously, we're a fan of Garfield games here, so I think it's pretty cool.
This box is heavy as heck because Garfield likes to fill a lot of stuff inside a small box footprint. So, Hadrian's Wall is a fantastic roll and write, and it has a little mandala um, sort of system where you're trying to place in different wall sections, and um, it's got a lot of the roll and write things that both of us love. So things will combo off of other things, and you have to have certain things built before you can do other things, and you can build citizens in order to combo things off of others. So it's very combo-tastic.
Yeah, combatastic is definitely the word. So at the beginning of the game, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna be like probably overwhelmed because they just throw all the
Completely
stuff at
overwhelmed.
you, and you're just like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And you're just gonna kind of go with your gut, try something out, and see if it goes somewhere. Whatever. When learning it, you just kind of have to see what sounds good to you and kind of stick to it. But there's a lot of different things that you can try out. I mean, I'm still scared to try out the gladiator path. It's scary, so I haven't tried it yet.
Neither of us have tried the gladiator path.
So, yeah,
Uh, I tried to do some of the citizen paths, and you are much better at that than I am. But I tend to go towards the wall defense path.
gotta protect the wall. But do you
Oh
have
no,
to?
this doesn't have the rondelle thing. I'm sorry, I said the rondelle, and I was mistaken. This has the cards that come out that will tell you what's going to be coming out.
Right,
So yeah.
right. I don't know what you're talking about.
Um, I was talking about. I got it crossed up with another game. Um, but yeah, it tells you all the different type of workers you have, and based on where you put the workers, it gives you other combos. So
Yes.
yeah, not a roll and write, but a flip and write.
Yeah.
Still, it's the same sort of category where you're getting all the combo-tastic stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely a cool Garfield game. Garfield game.
Yep.
And
This says
yeah.
it's a weight of 3.09 out of 5. I'd probably maybe bump that up to maybe 3.4 or 3.5 out of 5, just because of all the different interactions
Yeah.
that you can make.
It is kind of intimidating to learn it at first, but once you know everything, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. It's really
Well,
not that bad. So
first you get overwhelmed by the stuff.
yeah.
Then you find out it's not that bad. Then you find out I don't really know how to make things happen with what I want to happen, and I need to get better at this. And so that there's so much depth to this, even though it's easy to understand, there's still just tons of depth to it. So yeah.
True. So I would definitely recommend checking out.
Yep. My number 2. Oops. Let me get this in there. Is Mini Golf Designer. Made my number 2.
Yay!
Love it, love it, love it. I love all of the different tiles that come out where, if you're trying to fulfill the needs of your clients, and the artwork, if you look at the box, the artwork is not that great. The tiles are fairly good. I think the tiles do exactly what they need to do. And you're trying to get holes that aren't too hard and aren't too easy, meaning have a low par or a high par. You're trying to get it right there in that sweet spot.
Gotta please those customers.
Yeah. But yet fit it inside this grid, and my grid is different from your grid.
That's right.
My grid might have fewer or more spaces than your grid. So you're trying to get it completed first with the most number of people in it without going outside that grid or over the water, with holes that line up, the end of one hole going to the start of the next hole, to the end of that hole, to the start of the next, in this nice little chain. And based on the tiles that come up, maybe you can draft it, maybe you can't. I love drafting, love tile placement. I love objectives where you're and hate drafting, all of those as well, because if I know you're going after people, I'm going to take those. The one thing that I think that they did really well was include a big sheet, sort of Carcassonne style, where it says there are 2 tiles like this, and it has exactly these things on it.
These
There are 3
features,
people.
yeah.
There are 3 people. There are 2 flower beds and 1 slope. So yeah,
It leaves nothing to question because it's all right
leaves nothing
there.
to question. Yeah, and it's sometimes hard to tell. Is that somebody carrying a purse, or is that 2 people really close to each other? Is that 2 people or a guy and a dog? You want to make sure that you are scoring these correctly. So there's one of them that a guy is up in the tree looking for his golf ball, and that counts as a person in your mini golf park. So if you miss the guy in the tree, then maybe you'll miss some points. But it's right there on
He's
that
clearly
summary
hitting
sheet.
the ball too hard.
He's clearly
Ridiculous.
whoops. So
It
your
reminds
number.
me of a story from my childhood when I was up visiting my grandfather, and we went mini golfing, and I took a huge swing. I hit him right in the eye. I gave him a black eye with my golf course. I was a little kid. I was like, whack! Hit him right in the eye. Oh.
That's how the Predators general manager, the Nashville Predators general manager, lost his eye when a hockey puck hit him in the face.
Oh my God.
Yep, it flew right over the boards and during
Oh,
practice,
no.
and at least I think it's during practice. Hit him in the eye, lost his sight mostly
Oh,
out of
that's
that eye. So,
horrible.
yeah. So don't hurt your
Oh my
grandparents.
God. I feel like this will come up this weekend now. I think so. Yeah. I think it might.
You remember that time?
Remember that time? I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah. So mini golf designer is my number 2. How about your number 2, which barely missed my list?
I was wondering. I thought this might be there.
This was the other one that barely missed.
This
So,
is
yeah.
Escape Tales: Children of Wormwood. Now this
I enjoyed playing the intro to this on the stream.
we only played the intro, so I didn't really get the full thing, but it definitely left me wanting more. And I think that's a really good intro that they had. I love that they introduced new characters with stats.
I love the character
It's
thing.
such a cool.
Love that.
It's so cool, and so this one definitely has piqued my interest. I definitely want to play through it. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think there's a lot of potential with this one, so I'm very excited.
This is the Escape Tale series. I think is better than a lot of those out there. I was talking the other day about the escape room type things that don't intentionally cause you to destroy something and instead just focus on solid gameplay. This is one that does focus on the solid gameplay.
Yeah.
So totally into Escape Tales series. And this one is probably going to be my favorite, I think.
Especially of the series so far,
because of the characters.
Yeah.
And the stats. Because if you go one way with the stats, you might not have what you need.
You could just be doomed.
You could just be doomed and not have any say in it after that point. My problem with the Escape Tales games is that I want to check each and every little spot on the card, and sometimes you're sort of forced to. So, there doesn't seem to be any really difficult, I can't figure this out sort of stuff like what we found in, for example, The Shining, where we got partway through and we're just like, we just can't do this. So, and it's not because the puzzles are hard. It's just because they're like, oh, hey, if you take this card and you turn it this way and you flip it over, and you'll see that it lines up from this to this. And after reading the solution, I couldn't do it. I did not know what they meant. Still don't know what they meant.
Yep.
The Escape Tale series do not do that.
Yeah.
So.
And that's good. Like, we can always find the answer if we don't know, and it made sense after that. Typically, I mean, there's been like 1 or 2 experiences where like, that was kind of weak, but for the most part, the puzzles are really great, and so we like it.
Yep, we like it. So
gotta play that more.
Yep, it's definitely going on our shelf of campaign games. of things to play. Usually, what we'll do is we will, if we offer it up for trade, then that gives us incentive to finish it up real quick because it gives us the motivation to focus on playing that one and getting it done. So, but I don't know. I don't want to list this one just yet because, yeah.
Yeah, we have to play it.
I don't know whether it's replayable because it might be replayable with the different stats on there.
Mm.
So,
yeah,
might be something worth looking at. Yes. My number one. Here we go.
Number one
is definitely something that's been on your list before. Yes. And it's something that I played right at, I think it was at the beginning of the month. Okay. So learned it quite a bit ago. Nidavellir. You knew it was coming.
I did.
Come on.
I knew
and
that
plus,
one.
You've been playing the heck out of this.
Oh my god, I love it. And you know what? I went back and looked.
You are now 6th ranked in the world.
In the world on Board Game Arena. In the world on Board Game Arena. I learned this in January, and I rated it a 7.5, but I recently reevaluated it to an 8.5. So right now, it is the highest rated game I've played this year that I've learned.
So
I love this game. I love it. I want more.
So it might make your top 10 of the
year. I mean, I'd be surprised just because I've played it over 60 times at this point. Like, I love it. Love it.
So we've got you had Praga rated fairly high.
Yeah, it's like an 8, maybe going down as I play more.
And I haven't played that yet. Carnegie you played last year, and so it was on last year's list.
That's a 10 out of 10.
So that's definitely a 10 out of 10. You've not played any 10s this year.
Well, Darwin was also really good. That's about an 8. But this has just shown how wonderful it is over many, many plays, and I keep playing it. I want to play it more. And
good replayability, and that's what you need. You need.
I wasn't sure about that at the beginning when I first played it. I'm like, I don't know, because you're kind of doing the same thing, but you're not. But you are, because you're playing the other people, so you have to bid on these spaces, which is so critical.
Especially when you don't know who you're playing, so you're unless you've played with them before, you're basically going.
Yeah, Shrey.
Just for.
My nemesis.
You're just going for.
Shrey is the best. You know, if he played in arena mode, he would be higher than me. I'm sure of it.
Wow.
Shrey is really good at this game. Or he just knows how to read me and Derek so well, just to like.
I think that's part of it.
Crush us. He always beats me by like 2 points. I'm like.
Shrey is super smart.
Yeah,
so.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. I just know you too well.
I figured. Dang it.
So, Shrey is one of those gamers that I would place in my what I call my James category.
You're in the James category award.
There is a James category. James is my lead playtester for Warehouse. He is probably one of the best gamers I know. And so, yeah, a lot of people in your gaming group, Steph, are James level caliber gamers. And I don't say that about everybody. So, yeah, I really enjoy playing with Shrey and all of the other members of your New England gaming group. Blush emote. Shrey, you are a James level gamer.
I don't think I've ever seen Shrey blush.
What particular shade of blush is that, Shrey? So, yeah, props.
Yeah, we love this game. So tell us why you love it. I'm glad it's your number one.
Nidavellir, no, it's.
I wish it was my number one.
You've got drafting, and not only that, you've got the ability to combine your coins together to make your draft ability even better. It's got set collection, and not only do you have set collection, you've got different abilities that will trigger when you trigger each of these sets. So, and like you say, you have to have the majority on this, so you have to be able to read the other people. I have to know whether you are going to always go after a deep orange strategy or a deep purple strategy or whatever. Um, and you start figuring that out when you start playing Nidavellir with someone 2 or 3 or 4 times. So I've seen two slightly different strategies in the 2 games that I've played with you, but I could see where someone could start picking up tendencies. So
Yeah, and
you
so
you don't pursue coins as aggressively as I do.
we should play again.
Yeah, we should play again. Definitely play again.
Play again. But what's also great about playing on Board Game Arena is that you can play with Thingavalier, which is the expansion.
And I've not played with that at all.
So maybe we'll play if we can play on Sunday night. Maybe we can try it with the expansion, Michael. I think I like that.
We could try that.
It's really cool. It adds. It doesn't add too much, but it does because they throw in all the heroes. So there's like a ton of heroes, right? But that's okay. You know, so there's still so many things to try with all of the heroes. But it's really cool. It's a different experience. It's definitely a different game, much like Not Alone Sanctuary is a different game from Not Alone. Thingavalier is like a different game. Now you're trying to you're not only trying to get the cards in the taverns, but you're trying to get the highest coin so you can take from the campsite instead, possibly. So there's like 2 different things to think about.
Wow.
So it's really cool. It's really cool. I love that it's available. If it wasn't available on Board Game Arena, I probably wouldn't love it as much as I do. So thanks to Board Game Arena.
Plus, you love arena mode.
Oh my god, I've been playing arena mode like nonstop. Well, mostly because I was always playing arena mode with 7 Wonders because that's how I got my 7 Wonders fixed. But so what they do is they have a season, what they call a season, which is like 3 months or something, and they have it every game set to specific stats, I guess. I don't know. So you're always for this season of 7 Wonders, it's always going to be a 3-player game with like B-sides board or something like it's always gonna be a 3-player game. Like with Draftosaurus, you're always gonna play summer and winter. Last season it was always the summer board, so you just do one thing. So the arena mode always changes. This season for Nidavellir is a 3-player game, so I've been getting much better at the 3-player game. So it'll be weird going to a 4-player game when you get fewer rounds.
Or a 2-player game.
Yeah.
I think Nidavellir...
I don't think it's strong at 2 players.
I think Nidavellir is probably a little loose at 2 players. That said, there are variants out there, but I think that it might tighten it up a little bit too much. So I think I like it rules as written.
Yeah, I think 3-player... 4-player, 5-player is where it really shines. Because that's where you have to actually bid accordingly. And you have to beat out the other players to get what you want or be happy with getting whatever's left over, which might not be what you're thinking it's going to be. So it's like you can plan for last, but it might not be the card that you actually want in last either. Right. So it's like you just don't know. That's what I love about this game. I love the bidding mechanic, the upgrading of the coins mechanic. If you notice that the 12 coin is gone and you can make a combo of 12, you can upgrade to a 13 instead. So it's like, okay, you're trying to upgrade your coins to get any little advantage that you can because
every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. That's right. That's right. So yeah,
that's a small friend.
I'm glad this is on your list. I'm glad that it's your number 1 because I wish I had put it as my number 1 back when.
Mistakes were made.
Well, it's one of those games that it grows with you, and the more I play it, the more I love it.
All we have left is your number 1. Plus, I have an update on the Aldabas Kickstarter. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I will get that on there soon. So we'll talk about that in a second. So your number 1.
Oh, nope. I didn't change it.
Nope, that's not it.
That was number 2.
That's number 2.
All right, my number 1 is, what is it? Oh, Merchants of Magic.
It's something we've talked about.
Yes. Merchants of Magic. Okay. I
Ta-da.
really really like this one. I think it's a fantastic roll and write. I
Well,
love
rolling right because that's right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I love the artwork. I haven't played Set a Watch, but I definitely want to now. I think it's a solo game though, but I would still love to try it just to see. I love that. So it's hard not to compare it to another game that has the same theme, which is bizarre, but it's Bargain Quest, and Bargain Quest was just a sloppy mess, right? So that game was just not great. But you're a shop trying to please the adventurers that are coming into your shop in Bargain Quest. And that's kind of what you're doing here. You're trying to get these orders for these magical orders for these people that are going on adventures. You know, they need their armor, they need their weapons, you're trying to get all these things for them. And so you're leveling up your shop by taking the dice that you need to cross out the bubbles, and you get points for all the things that you've learned and you can sell and stuff like that. So but not only that, you're trying to get those orders coming in. The whole game is just fun. I just enjoy. It's whimsical. Now I played with, I played with 5 players. I played with 4 players. I played with 2 players, and I think it works well at like any player count. Now, in my bigger player count game, people were complaining that there was a lot of luck at the card draw, which I get it, because if you take an order, you're going to put a card in its place and flip it up, and you might automatically succeed at it, which you can then take in your next turn. So I get that there's a little bit of luck with the cards that come out, but it didn't bother me at all. So, and who knows, there's tons of room for expansions or variants where, like, perhaps if you don't like a card in your tableau, maybe you spend 2 potions to get rid of it and fill it in with a new card. Something as simple as that could be a variant where, or you know what I mean? So you can spend these things that you have, these valuable potions that will do other things for you, like change the value of your dice. You could get rid of a card and maybe you'll get a new card that's better. Because if you see a card that's going to your next person, I don't know. So there could be some other things. You can spend a
potion to keep that one in your shop, but the next one will go.
Something like that.
So there are 3 different colors of potions.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that they are going to introduce something like that in expansions. So, because currently every potion is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Then why are there 3 different colors of potions?
Yeah.
There's going to be a reason.
I mean, there's tons of room to have expansions and have other things going on in this game, and I am very excited to see where it goes from here. And this game was like on a Kickstarter as an add-on for Rock Manor Games. It was only like $20 or something as an add-on. I'm like, that is a great deal. $20 all day. Like, that's a great game for that price. So
I'm sort of glad that this is top on your list, because I found this game on some random Facebook thing, and I'm like, this looks like it's right up your alley, and you should ask for a review copy of this. And behold, it is now your number 1. So, and my number 4. So yeah.
Yeah, really, really loved it. It's on TTS if you want to try it out. It's an official TTS mod that I saw on BGG. So, yeah, everybody can check it out. Highly recommend it.
Yep.
That was it. That was our top. That's the top.
It is.
That was the top.
Aldabas is actually on Kickstarter now.
Right.
We didn't put that link on there, did we?
Shrey did.
Oh, Shrey put it on there. Okay. Yeah. It's at $7,700, pledged a $5,000 goal. Okay. 12 days to go. So don't let that one pass by. It's only $20 for a Kickstarter edition of the game. $5 will get you a print and play copy.
That seems like really cheap. That seems like
that's
good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 1 copy of the game, including the spot-coded box cover, the wooden coins, the Professions mini expansion, and you can do a print and play copy in addition to that. So,
that's all $20?
That's for $20.
Wow, that's like
Yeah,
really reasonable.
it's really reasonable.
That is really
Um,
reasonable. I mean, it is a small box card game, but I
Small
mean,
box card game.
I think, yeah, that seems good.
But yeah, I mean, to be able to have the little wooden coins and a mini expansion, I mean, certainly worth grabbing for 20.
Yeah.
So, and then shipping will be added as per a chart at the bottom of the Kickstarter. For up to 7 additional games, just add the cost to your pledge. So, $20 per game for up to 7 games, and then add 1 shipping cost. So, you and a bunch of your friends could go in and get it. So,
Nice.
after backing it, you need to buy a door knocker for when it's delivered.
That should be a stretch goal.
Yeah.
Get it. That'd be fun. Yeah, so
yeah,
2 games on Kickstarter now, Aldabas and Chai T for 2, and soon is Age of Galaxy, which I haven't heard anything about, but it's supposed to be maybe the end of this month, so we'll be looking for that for sure. And
Slivers
we'll be
is now
playing
playing Everspace 2. What? Slivers is playing Everspace 2?
We're going to raid Slivers?
No, she should be here. I just saw her Steam notification pop up.
Gotcha.
She's not streaming. She's just a Steam friend, so it popped up in the bottom corner. So you are going to New England. I am going to play a lot of Mass Effect, probably.
Let me end this segment. All right. So thanks for joining us for the top 10.
We'll be back next month.
Exactly. That's all I can say. All right. We'll be right back.